Alrighty guys, today back with another story video. I promise I'll be back to getting to the other videos as well and getting back to gameplay and all that good stuff, but I figured I'd get back to another one of these story videos and then continue on from there. But today we're going to be talking about the Dominus Imperius, the first Dominus ever made and now the most expensive item on Roblox. The Dominus Imperius was created in January 2010. They sold 26 of them and for 13,337 Robux. And at the time, this took hours to sell out. I remember when it came out, I was there. I was playing, I think it was Winter Stronghold a long time ago. I mean, geez, that was about 11 years ago now. But I was playing Winter Stronghold with some friends. It came out and I was like, oh man, it'd be so cool to get this. But it was so expensive at the time. I didn't even have the Robux for it at that time. Not very many people had that many Robux. There really weren't that much Robux in circulation at the time due to the low monetization of games. Games were really only made for fun. There wasn't any developers exchange. There wasn't any of that. People really didn't care for items as much. Limited views and limiteds were pretty much brand new. Only a few of them had come out. And this was kind of a surprise item. It took a lot of people by surprise and was very expensive at the time. You look back and you see JJ 5x5. That top hat was 10,000 Robux at the time, and that was one of the most expensive items. And not very many people had it back then. So back then, those Robux went really far. So not very many people were buying it because of the high amount that it cost. It was just unknown. People really didn't know what to do with it. Only a few days after selling out, people had it up for sale for only 66,000 Robux. And today's values, that's nothing. Like, you can get a really small item for that much Robux. Like that's nothing in comparison to what it is back then. That 66,000 Robux was a lot back then. And I also want to tell you guys a story about how the #1 serial, Dominus Imperius, was deleted. He deleted it off his account. Back in the day, you used to be able to delete an item, any item off your account permanently, and you couldn't get it back. If you deleted it, it was gone completely. You could delete any hat, anything, even a limited back in the day. Yeah, it was a huge flaw, and now today they don't allow you to do that, so these items can't really go missing like this one. But if you look up on other sites and stuff like that, if you look up, there's no #1 serial. It's gone, like completely gone. And it's sad because this item now is worth 18 million trade value. It's the most expensive item on the site. And it's sold for over 10 million Robux multiple times. This guy is probably kicking himself to this day that he ended up deleting the item, the most expensive item on the site. And if you looked at it, 10 million Robux, if DevX'd by a dev today, at today's current rates, would be worth $35,000. There are developers out there that are buying this thing for 10 million plus Robux, spending technically $35,000 for a hat. I think that's outrageous. I don't think it's worth it at all. It's a really cool item. Is it worth $35,000? No, I don't think so. But it didn't used to be the most expensive item on the site. That used to belong to the Domino Crown. The Domino Crown was the most expensive item on the site. And back in the day, even when I had it, I've had Domino Crown for a long time. I used to get multiple trade offers over the years of the Dominus Imperius plus more from our Domino Crown. And I declined it so many times. Obviously, Imperius is worth a lot more than Domino Crown today. I don't really care. I have sentimental worth of my Domino Crown. It doesn't really matter to me. But when the big three Dominus first came out, and that's Frigidus, Infernus, and Imperius, it really was not uncommon for 2 or 3 of those to be traded for a Domino Crown at a time. Even to this day, this hat has been targeted by exploiters and compromisers that try to compromise this hat, try to steal it, because, of course, it is the most expensive hat on the site. It's worth a lot of Robux and a lot of trade value. It's worth a lot. That's why you have a lot of deleted copies. A lot of the owners were deleted because a lot of those ones ended up going to people that stole them and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of the copies are deleted. And that's why the price went up so much. Of course, there was only 26 of them ever made in general. So you have such a low amount, and being one of the coolest hats on the site, of course, it's going to be worth a ton. Everybody wants it. So it makes sense. Now, if you asked me back in 2010 if I ever would have thought this hat would be worth like 10 million Robux when it was 13,000 Robux back in the day, I'd tell you you're crazy. But there's so many more Roblox available in the circulation nowadays. because the monetization of games and so many more players buying Robux and subscribing for premium and all that stuff, there's so much more the kids are dumping in to these developers. The developers have the disposable income to just be able to spend like crazy on these big items if they really wanted to, and some of them are, so that's where you get these values. But that's kind of the story of the Dominus Imperius and how it kind of got its start and the history behind it, and how even the #1 cereal was deleted. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want more of this series. I can do a lot of different kind of videos on all kinds of different things, on items, on old events, all kinds of stuff. So just let me know what you guys are interested in, and I'd be happy to get those started. So guys, I appreciate it. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Please comment on what you liked and what you didn't like, what you'd like me to do next, and please subscribe and like the video. It does help me out if you'd like doing so, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.